So you want to organize your whole school life with Notion, where here's my setup and how I organize school so you can also get some inspiration and organize as well. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sitting Angel, and this is my back to school series. This is episode 5, which means we only have 2 episodes left. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another one of my videos. And let's just get straight on into the setup and everything that I use on Notion. So we're going to start off with just my main dashboard. This video is not going to be super in-depth. It's just going to show you everything that I have. So if you want a tutorial, let me know in the comments of like how I did everything. So this is my dashboard. I have a social media, personal, and like a school tab, and then I have my goals for the year down below. I also have a to-do list. I've been thinking about getting rid of that though. This is under my personal. I have my 2025. I have my nails, which is where I track like how much my nails cost. Room makeover, I already did that. That link will be in the eye if you want to watch that. I have one that's called Girl Things, just like research about like women stuff. And then we have my social media, which is where I keep everything Studying Angel. Below I have a church thing when I used to like teach classes at church. And then I also have just like my goals for 2025. Under my school one, not only do I have my school dashboard, but I also have vocabulary. There's one point where I was trying to learn Turkish, and I'm also taking French classes, so I just have that. I don't really use these too often, but you know, it's good to have if I want to review. And I have it kind of separated into like phrases and words. Me personally, I just like taking handwritten notes, so I don't think I use this too much. And then as far as my library tab, I also don't use that one at all. I love the setup of it, but I think it's just a little too complicated. I took it from somewhere online or even like the Notion template thing, but I don't know, it's just I just never use it. So I just use my Fable app or Goodreads. That's enough for me, so I don't really need too much of everything. This does look very complex, but I mean the template came as a whole. So that's everything on like my actual dashboard, just plain one, before we get into the school, and which is what I have in-depth things for the video. So my school dashboard, I feel like is very simple. It's just kind of little widgets and stuff. So I got this widget off of like another one. I think it's from Widget Box, and it's just like the time. Then I have this one that has quotes and stuff, and it's really easy to like rearrange your widgets. You just like snatch up the corners and move it around. This one's also from another widget thing. I think it's called like Indigo. If you look up like Notion widgets, that's what comes up. So I have those 3. Then I have just 2 pictures from Pinterest that I put in. I also have this other widget. This one's a newer one, which is like the whole month. You can see that my theme for the year is, the theme in general on all my dashboards are beige, just because like, I don't know, that's what I started off with, and then I never changed it. And I also like it because it's just simple, it's basic, and like, I don't know, I can just keep it as is. If you press on all the widgets, then it takes you just to like an individual site. Then I created these new 2 things, the daily check-in, which is what are my top priorities for the day, and then what do I need to finish for the day. And I just made it like a toggle, I think that's what it's called, list. I have my heading, I have my toggle list. This is honestly probably the simplest thing to do. If you hit like the slash on your keyboard, and then it gives you a bunch of options of what you can add to your thing. If you hit toggle list, that's how it's going to come up. And then I just have like a daily to-do list, which is just like things that I should get done every day. My next thing is my assignment tracker. So this is just a table, and then I added different sections to it, and then I just update each one of my classes. Here's me updating each one of my classes as we speak. This is probably my favorite thing, just because I have, I've seen a lot of people do like Google Excel sheets or just Google Sheets of like their assignment trackers. I think this is a lot easier because you can put the little arrows right here that are blue. If you look over to the right of your screen next to where it says new, there's like these little arrows. Those arrows, you can organize it based on the date. And then this just table overall, it's really easy. Again, if you hit the slash on Notion, and then you can put like turn into, you can make a table, and then each section you can just change the sections to what you want it to be. You can have it drop down. You can have assignment type. You can, not a drop down menu, you can have like a different like categories. You can have the due date, or just the day in general, and then like a status of like, have you started it, are you working on it, or are you still like, have you completed it? And then the assignment name is just like a normal text, so then you can like type in. I think this is the simplest thing you can do for back to school. A lot of people have like different places for each like class. I really don't do that. I feel like I never use it, but you know, whatever. Then there's another new thing that I added. If you look back at my old Notion templates, I really don't have anything like this. So we have the Monday spread, which, not the Monday spread, I'm sorry, just this whole week spread pretty much is based off of like, it's just a to-do list. So if you hit the backslash and then it says turn your page into, you just turn it into, I put 3 columns, and then I also did just like to-do lists. So that's what's on the bottom. Here's me like showing you how to like add different things. You just hit there's like buttons on the side too if you want to do that, and you can change it. So here's me showing you like how to turn your page into like 2 columns, and then you can say like write what you need to write, and then you can change the heading and the color. The one thing I do like about Notion is that it is very like customizable, very aesthetic. So like if you really want to like have a very complex system, then you would really like this, because there's a lot that you can do with it. I try to keep mine very simple because I don't like going too in depth into things. So you can like hit the actual text, like highlight it, and it will give you like different heading, different colors, different everything, honestly. And then it will give you just different options for that. My favorite thing about this, again, is it's very easy to like be accessible. If you are a beginner, I wouldn't recommend Notion because I feel like it's a little bit complicated. A lot of people have told me that. I have videos comparing Notion to like other users like Xtiles. I have a video on that, so you can try that. It's a lot easier to like understand. But once you get the hang of it, if you have like templates that you use, that's how I started, just using different templates, then it's a lot easier to just like start. So here's me showing you, you can have your 2 columns and then you can have your tasks, and that's how I created each one of my like little things here. But that's pretty much like the whole template that I have. Like that's my whole Notion setup. Very, very simple. I have a bunch of widgets. I have my Spotify playlist. Then I have my to-do list, my daily to-do lists. Each one of my widgets takes me to like an actual link. If you want, I also have like my actual like Studying Angel playlist, which is studying like my Pinterest boards. I always link that down below as well. And then I have my assignment tracker, and that's it. A lot of people have like, they take their notes on Notion. I don't do any of that because I feel like that's just too complicated, and I like to take my notes in person. But that is literally all that I have in my like school dashboard. I know it seems very like little, but that's what works for me, and it's good if you're just starting off in Notion. Okay, so since we're talking about like back to school organization things, I use Google Calendar to organize just like my daily life. So like I have a routine pretty much. Here are all of my classes. So technically you have to make a different calendar for each one of your classes. That's how I do it, because then you can't change the hex code. So my theme is purple. My favorite color is purple, if you didn't know that. But yeah, so I have each one of my classes, and then between gaps I like to add like the study times. And then I also put in breaks for like if I commute to school, which I do commute to school. If I'm driving and stuff, I will have like the gap between that. I like Google Calendar just to organize my daily life and like for me to create a schedule. I like Notion to organize my school life and like my assignment trackers. Like I usually never have anything, like I don't have late assignments because I always am checking my assignment tracker. So that's just something to keep in mind. But when you're building your everyday routine, make sure you literally plan out every little thing that you're going to do in your life. If you're going out with your friend, put that on your calendar. If you don't have class that day, put that on your calendar. I just think it's really helpful because not only do you have like this, if you're using Notion, you can organize like your actual like classes. This one's organizing your daily life. I think this is a perfect combination. I like Google Calendar a little bit more than like Apple Calendar. I don't know why. I just do. And I feel like I just feel more productive when I have like my whole thing kind of just organized. I like to put each one of these for like the whole semester. So I plan out everything for the whole semester, and then I add things, remove things, just based on like how I'm using them. So yes, that is pretty much how I organize my digital life. I am a very big mix of like digital and like paper because I have a planner, but I haven't been using it yet. Someone yell at me in the comments to use my planner. I need to start using that, but I also take my notes in person, like on paper. A lot of people take them like online. I just don't think I comprehend things that way. And a lot of teachers now are reverting back to paper because like of the AI use and like just like I don't even know, just the use of technology has been like abused a little bit. So they're kind of like against using anything online. Like a lot of my classes are like, if you take your notes on your computer, it's fine, but if I catch you doing something else, we're gonna have some issues. And I'm like, dang. So yeah, that's my thing with online. So I technically just take my notes in person, on paper. I can't speak today, but it is what it is. But yes, this is how I organize everything. If you want, again, a very, very like in-depth tutorial on how I did everything, leave me a comment because I didn't want to go too in-depth if you already know how to use Notion and you're just looking for inspiration. And because this would be a very, very long video. And then for Google Calendar, I didn't want to go too in-depth either because I feel like it's a little bit more simple than Notion. But that's like my whole setup and like how I organize my life, because without this, I feel like my life would be an absolute disaster. Okay, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if, again, you want something that's super in-depth for Google Calendars or for Notion. I hope you guys learned something from this video or got inspiration. And definitely check out my other Notion videos. I've done ones comparing Notion to like X-Styles, which should be a lot easier to understand than Notion. Notion is a little bit advanced. I've had a lot of people tell me that they just feel very like bombarded and like don't know where to like start with Notion. So if you want a video on like way more in depth, let me know. Or if you feel like this video just in general helped you get some inspiration, let me know in the comments. I love talking to you guys down there. But yes, that is everything for today's video. Again, this is my 5th episode of my back to school series. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another one of my videos. I have 2 episodes left of my back to school series. I also have a playlist for it, so you wouldn't have missed anything. And yeah, definitely leave me a comment on how you use Notion, how you set up your life digitally, if you do, or if you do it by paper. I would love to know. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss another one of my videos. Stay tuned until next Sunday's video because I promise you guys it will be an amazing one. Bye guys.